Well, welcome Year 11 students and any Year 12s that are watching in. This is the first of the video series in your General Maths course, and hopefully you should have watched my video on how this whole course works. You'll also have heard me talk to you in person. So let's get cracking with the first video. Today we're going to look at types of variables. What is a variable? And hopefully you know what a variable is. And we're going to explore that because there's a few different types. First of all, what is a variable? Something that can have a value. Alright, so something you call a variable, something that can have a value. Not any set value, it can have lots of different values. For example, hair colour can have a value. Hair colour is the variable. Shoe size can have a value. You're all wearing shoes. The size of your shoe has a value. But the shoe size, the word shoe size, is the variable. Height of something, the number of televisions in your house, the number of mobile phones that you have, they're variables. Okay? And each variable has a value. So, what kind of variables, what kind of values can variables have? They can have a range of possible values. Right? For example, the variable that we talked about for hair colour. Okay? You can have brown hair, blonde hair, black hair, red hair, green hair, pink hair, depending on what colour hair dye you use. The hair colour is the name of the variable. The value given can be all sorts of different words. Okay? All sorts of different colours. Another kind of variable that we just looked at in the previous slide, shoe size. The value that the shoe size can have can be a number. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or if you've got really big feet and have your shoes specially made, size 15. So the value of this variable is a number. Alright, you can see here that we've got some kind of issue emerging. We've got variables that have values that are words, and variables such as shoe size which have values that are numbers. So let's explore, and what I've got to do here is just erase the screen. Thank you very much. So let's explore what is going on with these types of variables, because we can actually classify them into a particular type of variable, and this is really what the first section of the course is all about. So let's look at shoe size, for example. Shoe size, where the value of the variable can be a number, we call these, quite rightly, numerical variables, because the value of that variable is a number. As we've said with hair colour or things like that, or even eye colour, this is a variable, and the different values that it can have are not numbers. Blue, green, brown. They're words. They're not numbers, they're words. So we call this kind of variable, sort of eye colour, hair colour, things like that, categorical variable, because the value of that variable hasn't got a number, it's just got a word. Okay? We're looking at numerical variables now, because within the numerical variables, there are two different types of numerical variables. And you're thinking, no, there's not. Numerical variables, just a number. The value is a number. But as we'll see, there are different types of numerical variable. The first type is discrete numerical, and the second type, continuous numerical. Let's have a look at what each of those are. And the first one we'll look at is discrete numerical. So discrete numericals, where the numbers are a set value. In other words, you can't have 3.67 television sets in your house. They're whole numbers, basically. Discrete is just a name for whole numbers in this case. Shoe size is another example. Shoe size. You can only have size 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Yes, I know you're thinking you can have size 5.5 shoes, but you can't have size 5.26359 shoes. So the numbers are very clearly defined. All right, they're set values, and normally they're whole numbers, like number of television sets in your house. The other type of numerical variables we call continuous numerical, and this is where you can have any number you like. So for example, your height. Back in my day, we measured in feet and inches, and I was something like 6 feet 1 inch. Nowadays, I'd be something like 183 centimeters, but I'm probably not exactly 183 centimeters. I might be something like 182.658 centimeters. So I can clearly have any number I like. I don't have to stick to a whole number. It can be anywhere. Your height measured in, sorry, your weight measured in kilos. I've just realized what I've written there. Your height measured in kilos. No, your height measured in centimeters. Your weight is measured in kilos. It's good to have these mistakes from time to time. It just keeps things, light-hearted, because this is what happens in classrooms anyway. Teachers always make mistakes, and the students point it out. Hey, hang on, Mr. Higgins, or Mrs. Such and Such, you're making a huge mistake here. And that's all part of the fun. But weight in kilograms, so you might be 85.63 kilograms. We're not insisting that you be a whole number of kilograms. So that's what continuous numerical variables are. So there we go, that's the end of the first video. And I hope you enjoyed it. And now you can try the questions at the end of this video. Thank you.